Welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Sasha and today I'm going to make a sweet corn ice cream with my Ninja Creami. Whole food, plant-based, vegan, low sugar. I mean, healthy, dude. I mean, everything's healthy, really. But this is like, as a kid, I'd be like, ugh. But now I'm like, yeah, I'm interested in this. We got a lot of corn from our local farm. It is corn season here. And should I grab the sack of corn and show you? Let me show you. We grabbed a sack of corn from our local farm. It was full. We've been eating our way through it. We're eating lots of corn right now. It was 60 cobs of corn for about $30-ish, $35, something like that. Still got a lot to work through. I made like a corn chowder. We've been just eating like straight from the Instant Pot, just steaming it and eating it like that. Not adding anything to it, just having it just like, oh, it's fresh, straight from the farm. It's just like summer. It's just so good. It's so good. So this is the first year we've actually bought the 60. We usually go and we'll get like a dozen and then we go back and we get more. And I mean, that's great. And if it was a little bit closer, maybe we would do that. But yeah, this bag is for 5 dozen. It's just so good. And we were like, you know what? We're all on corn. The kids are liking corn. Me and Matthew like corn. How many times am I going to say corn in this video? I don't know. But we have this bag of corn. And I've been thinking about ways that I can use it and get creative. And I thought that I'm pretty sure there's a ice cream shop in Ottawa called Miso, and they do unique flavors, a lot of Asian flavors. And I have first in my head that they did like a sweet corn ice cream. I know that like a corn frozen dessert is popular in the Philippines. So I was like, you know what? I'm sure that we can turn this into a dessert, right? Like cornbread. It's just like, it should work. And then I was looking online and I saw that actually Broccoli Mom, again, who inspired my brownie batter blended oats that I do as an ice cream. I'll link to a video for that one. She also has one that's corn. So I want to try it. Let's see how it actually tastes. I'll be honest with you. I'll also be honest with you. I already have made it. I haven't actually done it through the Ninja Creami, but I prepared it already, so it's ready to go. And I can try it right after. I'll make another version of it to show you the ingredients that I put into it. And then we can try it together. Why is it already made and ready? Because I've already filmed this video and I just went to edit it and the audio wasn't there. So let me actually pause and check and make sure my audio is recording right now. Okay, it looks like it's recording. So let's continue. So I've already made a video and actually a bit of the lore that's been happening. It's not lore. A little bit of background of what's been happening in our house. I posted that brownie batter blended oat ice cream that I make, and I have that for breakfast. That is my breakfast. Ice cream for breakfast. It's like, I just think it's amazing that you can have ice cream for breakfast, but really it's oatmeal with cauliflower in it and beans in it, and it's delicious. It seems like a no-brainer to me. I wouldn't have those things separate on a plate with like half a cup of oatmeal, half a cup of beans, a cup of cauliflower. I wouldn't eat it like that. But blending that sucker up and putting it into ice cream, just like so good. So anyways, go check out that video if you haven't already. If you do try that ice cream, it's chocolate based, really like it. If you think you need it sweeter, add sweetener. We don't add any sweetener to it. We like it just how it is. And maybe we've been having it for so long, like we used to put bananas. We don't do that anymore. We just like straight up how it is. That's how I like it. I don't need to add any sweetener to it. Guys, seriously, I love it so much. getting back to my story, we love that ice cream so much that I think I've been making it for about 6 months now. And before that was just doing it as a blender, like blended oats. And then I was like, you know what? I think this would be good in the Ninja Creami. And I started eating it and I got Matthew to try it. So we started doing it where we're like, I have it for breakfast literally every day. Matthew is getting into the habit of eating breakfast again. So he's then having it. And then at the end of the day, if we're like, wanna have some ice cream? We make that again. So we're making like 4 pints a day pretty regularly. And I didn't really think about what setting I was putting my Ninja Creami on when I was making them. And I would just go, oh, gelato feels like that today. Whatever, picking a different setting. Don't do that. If you're doing something that's low fat, and the sugar, I think also affects it too, like low sugar or like an alternative sugar, that affects the spin. And so you need to use the light ice cream setting or sorbet. That willy-nilly approach one day really just failed us because Matthew was spinning it and I was like, that doesn't sound right. And the blade had fallen off in the middle of it. We're like, okay. So tried to fix it up. Wasn't really working. I ended up buying a new lid because we were like, I think it's the lid. I don't think it's the blade. The new lid, like a replacement piece was working good. I think we got it working for like another maybe 2 months. And just recently, over the past like week or two, we went to spin us up some ice cream one night and it didn't sound right. And it sounded like grinding metal. And so I think what ended up happening was like when we did that other lid, like it just kind of, I don't know, maybe we've overused the machine. I don't know. But it started to strip, let me show you, inside the blade here. Can you see that? There's like ridges. Anyways, inside there, it started to strip it. And when I took the ice cream out, there was like smoke happening and shards of the metal in here and then attached to the bit of the machine that goes down. So I was like, that's not good. Cleaned it up, thought maybe something went wrong. Like maybe we didn't have it out too long, but we had it out for a long time. It was ready to go. I think we had it sitting for about 30 minutes, even more. Thought maybe we set it out too long. Didn't really know. And I thought, okay, I'll buy a replacement blade and see if that works. Got the replacement blade, tried it again. It didn't work. So I had to buy a new Ninja Creami. Well, I guess we didn't have to, but I felt like I needed to because I've become reliant on that being my breakfast and I don't drink coffee. I start my day with ice cream. I needed that. So it just so happened, timing worked out that they were on sale. So Matthew went to Canadian Tire after work one day and picked it up. It was almost 50% off. I, in the previous video, filmed an unboxing. Maybe I can add some clips to this video. But I have a new machine. It's been working. I am so happy. Honestly, it made me so happy to have it again. I had it for breakfast the other day. We had some for dinner last night. Yesterday I had it. And we had some after bedtime, the kids' bedtime last night. And I was sitting there just being like, I just love this so much. So I'm genuine. I'm not like just saying that I like my Ninja Creami. I love my Ninja Creami. And I love the ice cream that I get from it. It's so good. So, segue. We're gonna make the sweet corn base today. I should maybe try it before, but like, I gotta show you what goes into it. So let's make it, and then I'll try it. I tasted just like the, not batter, the blended ingredients. What would we call that? I tasted it before it went into the freezer and it tasted good. So I'm sure it's gonna be good as a Ninja Creami ice cream. Okay, enough of my rambling. Let's assemble the base. Is that, yeah, the base? That's what we would call it, right? The base ingredients that are gonna go in the freezer. Let's do that. So I've got my pint here. We're not gonna use that just yet. We're gonna start shucking some corn. I think I'm gonna need about 2 because I need 1 cup of corn. You could use frozen, I guess. I have the fresh, and like I said, I need to use this. Okay, 2, and I'm just going to take the kernels and try to not have them go absolutely everywhere. Is there an easier way to do this? I guess into a bowl, but I like being able to hold the corn against the base here. I need 1 cup. I think that is not enough. Oh, maybe it is. It's like almost, so maybe 1.5, but we're just gonna use 2 cups of corn. Her recipe calls for 1 cup. They're just flying everywhere. Let's see how much this ends up being. It'll be like 1 heaping cup. Yeah, a heaping cup of corn. I'm gonna add this into a blender. I saw someone else's video and they did canned corn and they did not blend it up, but I already broke 1 Ninja Creami, or it broke down on me. I don't know, who's to say, really? You tell me what you think. Did I break it? I might have broken it, but I'm gonna blend up my ingredients. We're not messing around. A cup, a heaping cup, 2 cups of corn. There we go. Let's move. Next up, I'm adding cashews. I'm doing 2 tablespoons. Just to add a little extra creaminess to it, I guess. 2 dates. They are pitted, so they're good to go. That'll add some sweetness. The corn is already sweet, so I don't think it needs that much, really. Actually, her recipe is a salted caramel. So the dates add that like caramel when you add the miso too. So she said about 1/2 teaspoon of miso. Do you think that's good? Should I add in, maybe I'll add in just like a splash of vanilla. I don't think she has that in hers. Okay, splash of vanilla. I don't think that'll hurt this. So we're gonna add that. And I have soy milk that I'm going to use, and I'm just gonna do 1 cup. Ooh, yeah, did you see that, how it's splattering? Turn it, pour it this way, and you get a nice pour. Love whoever showed me that trick on the internet, so I'm sharing it with you for free. It was free too when I got it, but anyways. Okay, I'm gonna blend this up, and I'm gonna put it in here and freeze it. Okay, that has blended. I tidied up a little bit here. We're going to pour it in. It smells nice. Let's see, is it 1 cup? Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Not much left over, which I love when a recipe doesn't have a lot of like excess. Like look, there's just a little bit in there. That is to the line. That's gonna go in the freezer for 24 hours. I saw a trick, or someone wrote this in a comment on somebody's video when I was looking at Ninja Creami recipes. And they said if you put it in the freezer and don't like firmly put the lid on it, actually don't put the lid, but I think you can just set it on there. It'll keep it from doming, and then you don't have to scrape, because that's one of the things when you take an ice cream out of the freezer, you have to make sure that it's a level top. So we're gonna try that and put that into the freezer. Like I said, I already made one. So I should have taken it out earlier when I first started this whole chat with you guys, but I forgot. I don't know why I forgot. It doesn't make sense because we're doing this and the whole point was that I wanted to have my ice cream. It has to sit on the counter for a bit, so I'm gonna do some dishes and get things ready, and I'll come back and we'll spin it and I'll tell you how it is. Okay, I'll be back. Back, did the dishes, we're good to go. I brought my beautiful new Ninja Creami over to show you. Now I had this sitting out. I also ran hot water on it just to be super sure that it's gonna get the sides. And I did do the trick on this one of leaving the lid off to let it freeze, and it's pretty flat. pretty, like it was a bit frothy on top when I poured it in. So I think that that's just from the mix of just like the bubbles kind of sitting up on the top. But that looks pretty good. I mean, slightly domed, but sometimes when you do the Ninja Creami, it's like a big dome that happens because it freezes on the outside first and then makes its way. So like I can just scrape this down a little bit just to be safe. Again, love my Ninja Creami, and I already broke one. I don't want to break it again. Okay? I like it. I need it for my breakfast, guys. I need my ice cream. I need it. I like to add a bit of milk on top before I spin it. That's what I do with my chocolate one, so I'm gonna do it with this. Then it has little ridges on the bottom. You find its little spot, take your lid, lock it in place, then, I'm gonna turn it on first, okay? Install button, spin it, lock it, it goes on. We're gonna hit the light ice cream. Okay, so you push this button. Now, I think I probably will have to respin it, but let's see. Oh, actually, that looks pretty good on the top at least. There's a bit there on the bottom. And I'm gonna do a little bit more and just respin it. You probably don't have to add extra milk. I don't know. I like it. I think I just like the texture it does. It's what I do. I'm just gonna add a splash into the bottom here because I can see it's a little bit crumbly down there, but the top is looking perfect. Okay. Now I'm gonna hit the respin. I wasn't timing how long that first one took, but it took this amount of time to do the light spin. Now we're gonna do the respin. Okay, now. Look at that. Okay, now, you know how people have spoons that they like? I had that spoon that I was scraping, but I like to eat my Ninja Creami with this Sunday spoon that my mother-in-law sent me. Let's try it. What do we think? How are we gonna like this? Mmm. Interesting. I'm trying to think like it needs something. It's good. It needs something. What do I want to add to this? It's really refreshing. I really like how refreshing it is. I'm gonna go look in my pantry. I think I want to add something to it. 1 second. Okay, thinking about it. It's a different flavor profile for me that I'm not used to. I do like it. It is very refreshing. And I think that I want some texture added to it. So I'm going to just like roast up some cornmeal and see how that goes. But I also have coconut flakes. Oh, I have toasted coconut too. Let's do that. Okay, we're gonna do a taste test with all three. I've got this toasted coconut. The reason why I'm thinking coconut is when I looked at the recipes for this Filipino dish, like in my mind, I remember it having coconut milk or condensed coconut or coconut cream or something coconut. And having that taste, I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like that would really like add nice to it, but it's already made. So what if I take it and I'll sprinkle some of this on and we'll taste it and see how that goes from there. I'm just gonna sprinkle, we'll do it over top of this. Sprinkle, this is toasted coconut. Yeah, I like having the texture added to this. Okay, regular white coconut. I think I would go white for my preference. That could be a mix-in. Okay, and the cornmeal. I don't need that much on here to taste it. So let's do this. Sprinkle that on there. Can you hear the crunching? Let's try it with this coconut again. I think I like the texture with the coconut butter. Definitely a different taste. Not saying that's bad. Not what I'm used to. I don't even know how to describe it. I think in the future, like even doing a 1/4 cup of coconut milk, or just coconut milk. Oh, I do like it. Yeah, it's growing on me the more I'm having it. We're gonna add just some of this in here. Yeah, I like that. Well, that's a nice little treat. I wonder what the boys are gonna think of this one. Well, if you're looking for a way to use up a sack of corn that you got from a local farm, definitely worth trying. If you're a fan of corn, I think it's worth trying. The taste alone, like, it's really not like anything I've had before. I like it with the coconut added in there. I do like that added texture. And that would be the change I would make. I think I would use coconut milk. Anyways, that's my Ninja Creami for today. I think in my next video, I'm gonna try to put together our trip out east. We went to New Brunswick and to Prince Edward Island, and I filmed a lot of the places we went to eat. So if you're interested, and some of the beaches and all that. So if you're interested in that, that'll be my next video. I also have some other ideas for Ninja Creami recipes that I want to test out. Probably have some more farm visits in the future. We're heading into the fall soon, so fall recipes with apples. We'll go apple picking. Good stuff coming up. I am still pretty new at this whole YouTube thing, so if you are liking this channel and you have ideas for things you'd like to see, I am more than open to hear what you're thinking and looking for. I really thank you for tuning in. I hope that you subscribe. What else do you say at the end of these videos? I gotta go and eat this before it melts. All right. I will see you in the next video. Bye.